Are you struggling to prioritize what really matters? Feeling buried under a mountain of tasks? Do you often find yourself drowning in a never-ending to-do list? Are you struggling to stay organized and on track? Often feel like there's never enough time to get everything done? Well, you're not alone. If any of what I just talked about pertains to you, you are exactly in the right spot. I'm going to share with you 10 time management tips that are going to help you take control of your schedule and make the most out of every single day. Tip number 1, own your time. Recognize that you have control over you and how you allocate your time as a valuable resource, and you're the one that decides how you're going to use it. Avoid using the excuses of not having time for something, because when you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And instead, acknowledge that it's just not a priority for you at this moment. Take the time to analyze how you spend your time. This may involve a log of keeping track of your activities throughout the day to identify areas where you can actually reprioritize and allocate more time to the tasks that actually matter most to you. Tip number 2, hell yeah or hell no principle. This principle emphasizes the importance to only committing to activities or tasks that generally excite you or align with your goals. If you don't feel really good about something, it is okay to say no. Practice assertiveness by politely declining requests or invitations that actually don't resonate with you. This will allow you to focus on activities that bring you actual fulfillment and joy. Tip number 3, the daily highlight. Just choose one key task or objective that you absolutely must accomplish each day. This task should actually align with your priorities and contribute significantly to your goals. By actually identifying your daily highlight, you'll maintain focus and ensure that you're going to make progress on what matters most to you. Make sure that you start each day by determining your daily highlight, allowing you to structure your time and efforts around achieving it. Tip number 4, use a to-do list. I know so many people say don't use to-do lists. I'm telling you, do use a to-do list. Use a to-do list to maintain all your tasks and your responsibility. This will help you with important tasks from slipping through the cracks and will provide you with a sense of accomplishment as you cross each item off your list. Externalizing a task onto a list frees up mental space and reduces a cognitive load and allows you to concentrate better on tasks at hand. Go ahead and experiment with different to-do list formats or even digital tools until you find one that suits your preferences and your workflow. Tip number 5, time blocking. So important. Allocate specific blocks of time in your calendar for important tasks, including your daily highlight, because this is going to help you prioritize your activities and ensures that you're going to dedicate focus time to essential tasks. By scheduling your daily highlight first, you're going to guarantee that it gets the attention that it deserves. Before less critical tasks actually are going to fill up your schedule, you're going to make sure that your daily highlight is completed. Make sure that you're sticking to that time block as much as possible. You're going to want to treat them as must-do appointments. This is going to help you maximize your productivity and achieve your goals. Tip number 6, Parkinson's Law, states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. By actually setting artificial deadlines, you actually create a sense of urgency that's going to increase focus and productivity. Challenge yourself to complete these tasks with actually tighter timeframes. This will actually encourage efficiency and will prevent procrastination. By imposing tighter deadlines on your tasks and projects, you're going to train yourself to work more effectively and avoid unnecessary time-wasting activities. Tip number 7, protected time. Designate actual specific blocks off your time in your schedule where you're free from meetings, appointments, and other obligations. This will allow you to focus on deep work, pursue actual hobbies, or engage in other activities. Make sure that you're treating your protected time as non-negotiable and prioritize it as you would any other commitment that you have. Guard it against interruptions and distractions during this period. Make sure that you're blocking off dedicated protective time on your calendar in advance. Ensure that you're prioritizing self-care and focus work among other demands on your schedule. Tip number 8, delegation. So important. leverage. First, calculate the value of your time per hour, considering factors such as your income and the importance of your role. Identify the tasks or responsibilities that can be delegated to others, particularly those that somebody else can perform, like a virtual assistant. A virtual assistant is a perfect person that can do this, that will save you time and money. You can outsource delegated tasks to individuals, freeing up your time to focus on higher priority activities or tasks that align with your strengths and goals. Tip number 9, automated scheduling. Take advantage of scheduling tools like Calendly or similar softwares to streamline the process of arranging meetings, appointments, or even calls. By automated scheduling tasks, you eliminate the need for time-consuming going back and forth and reduce the likelihood of scheduling conflicts or misunderstandings. Lastly, tip number 10, choose to be satisfied. Avoid dwelling on what you didn't accomplish or even achieve during the day. Instead, focus on acknowledging and celebrating your accomplishments, no matter how small. Cultivate a mindset of satisfaction and gratitude for what you were able to do each day. Recognize the progress, no matter how incremental, it's still progress. Practice self-compassion and recognize that you're actually doing the best that you can under the actual circumstances that you're in. By implementing this 10 time management tips, you're going to find yourself more organized, focused, and productive. Remember that time is our most valuable resource. So let's make the very most out of every moment that we have. Thank you for tuning in to today's time management episode. Remember that time waits for no one. So let's make every second count. Until next time, keep mastering time like a pro.